There is a very old idea that has been thought of by a great many people over the past 100 years or so, maybe more. These people believe that they have come up with the idea for a very efficient electromagnetic motor. Of course, they are wrong, but any physicist and any engineer can tell them they are wrong, but they believe it anyways. Basically, the idea is to use a magnetic field from a permanent magnet, which of course do not contain energy that can be used to perform work, and somehow delay the repulsion phase after the attraction phase, or vice versa, delay the attraction phase after the repulsion phase. They do this by attaching a cam, and then the cam turns on and off an electromagnetic field to get the rotor past the repulsion phase or past the attraction phase, whichever phase the electromagnetic field is cammed to overcome. They believe that they will therefore use less energy to make the device turn, and the magnetic fields in the permanent magnet will be used, their quote, energy, to keep the device turning, spinning, whatever the heck. This is, of course, ridiculous. If you measure the current that the device is pulling, the faster the device turns, the more current it will consume because it is being driven by a cam, and that cam is turning the electromagnetic pulse on and off. If you grab the cam with your hand and you slow down the rotation of the cam, the electromagnetic pulse is going to be turned on and off a lot slower, and the current that is going to be pulled will decrease. Basic, fundamental electrodynamics. Believing that somehow a load on such a device is performing the same amount of work is ridiculous, and yet apparently this person actually believes it. As far as I can tell, this person really does believe, and he is honest and sincere in his belief that he has invented a highly efficient electromagnetic motor. He is wrong! We already have electric motors that are vastly more efficient than his device. A simple brush motor, DC or AC, are vastly more efficient than anything he could come up with a pulse motor. And that is what he has. He has gussied it up some by adding cams and retaining pins and springs and stuff like that. But it is still a basic pulse motor, and it is extremely inefficient. Judging by the comments that he has left, it appears he really does believe that there's going to be a market for his new technology, even though nobody in their right minds would want to buy such a thing. They can go out into 100 different manufacturing companies and purchase an electric motor vastly superior to this person's motor. It saddens me to see a person squander what appears to be a massive amount of time and his resources, money and effort and time, mostly time, on something that anybody with a education in physics or engineering or both could have told him is futile and pointless, and his device is vastly more inefficient than what is already on the market. I am sure there must have been somebody out there in the past several months that he's squandered on his ridiculous and utterly worthless toy that has told him that, but of course people refuse to believe what is obvious to anybody educated in the subject.